Hello YouTube, it's Jim Chapman, American Airgun Hunter. I'm back in Texas this week and I've got the Umarex Komplete NitoAir with me. This is a unique PCP that doesn't fill from a conventional air source like most PCPs. You don't need a tank, you don't need a compressor, you don't even need a hand pump. It fills with cartridges, kind of like a CO2 cartridge, but it contains high pressure air. And this gives you all the benefits of a PCP at a much lower cost. Unless of course you're going to shoot a lot, but we'll talk about that later. The Umarex Komplete NitroAir rifle is the first airgun on the market to use the disposable NitroAir nitrogen cartridge, and it provides quite good performance. It reaches velocities up to 975 feet per second in .22, which is the caliber I was using, though it does come in a 177 as well. And this gives consistent and accurate performance. What makes this air rifle different, in my opinion, is that it uses nitrogen instead of CO2, and it has a preset regulator pressure that offers the advantages of PCP without requiring the startup cost associated with it, such as compressors, tanks, or hand pumps. So a few key features about this gun is, again, the unique NCR system with the NitroAir nitrogen cartridges, side lever cocking, internally regulated. It has a 10-round multi-shot magazine and provides over 45 shots per fill. This gun. It has silence air, noise suppression. It is quite quiet. Very backyard friendly gun in my opinion. I will say that I'm not a fan of the scope that comes with this package. I think this gun deserves a higher quality optic based on its performance. Here you see a chair gun where I worked out the pellets and sighting in to get an idea of the trajectory before I went out on the range. And I've sighted in at 50 yards. So the gun's zeroed at 50, which gives me a direct hold on, a spot on hold at about 9 out to about 18 yards. But then again from about 45 to 50. Okay, so you got to look at the rifle in the field and on the range, and you see that there's good accuracy. It has pretty decent power. I've given you the numbers up there, and it shoots really well. It's giving you a lot of advantages of both a standard PCP but also a break barrel, but it doesn't have some of the cons related to it. One thing, the gun is inexpensive to shoot as long as you're not shooting a lot. If you're a person who's going to use this gun for maybe 10 rabbit hunts a year or squirrel hunts, it's going to take you about 3 years before the cost of the cartridges is going to run up to what it would cost you to have a conventional air supply. On the other hand, if you're going to be out there shooting tin after tin of pellets, maybe it's not the gun for you. You might want to get something that fills from a standard compressor or an air tank. But for a lot of the shooters who want something to defend the garden, they want something that they can take out occasionally to hunt with, and they're not going to shoot thousands of rounds, this is a really cost-effective way to go, and it gives you a lot of those benefits. Now the gun itself has a good trigger, pretty decent power, and pretty good shot count. You get about 40 to 50 shots per cartridge. I think 50 is about a standard. And it takes actually quite a bit of shooting before you get up to a cost where that tipping point is in the pricing of it. So I think this is a good gun for the occasional airgun hunter. And I think the startup cost is low. That's something to consider, as well as the total cost of ownership, but the startup cost is low. I think this is a pretty attractive option to break into the PCP world. But again, if you're somebody who's going to shoot a lot, yeah, it's probably not the gun for you. Alright, well, if you like this and you found this video useful, give me a thumbs up, a subscribe. Really appreciate it if you share, and keep on coming back. There'll be a lot more content coming.